Hello, my people. It's your girl, Asia from Rowan's favorite channel. Welcome back to my channel. I have really missed talking to y'all. Really missed making videos. I have been busy, like, finishing up cartoons. So y'all already know I finished Avatar Last Airbender. I finished Legend of Korra, and I talked about both of those. I even talked about why I prefer Legend of Korra over Avatar. I just finished Teen Titans. I want to say yesterday. I finished Teen Titans. And we definitely got to talk about the Titans. That was my first time watching the show. I have a lot of things I want to say about the show. Things I want to talk about the characters, the seasons, and that god-awful of a fucking finale. Cartoon Network, Teen Titans, the writers, all of that. I got hella smoke with y'all. But y'all know what? I'm going to wait to make the Teen Titans video to talk about all of that. I just finished watching Total Drama World Tour. After not watching it for so many years. A lot of things I want to say about World Tour 2. That video won't be so long because for the most part, it's like other people like got a lot of like heat with this season. I don't really have anything bad to say about Total Drama World Tour. For the most part, I liked it. Fuck, like I really loved it for real, for real. Do I have some nitpicks? Yes, absolutely. That I'm gonna get off my chest once I make the video. So that's what's all coming. And like I said, Summer My Turn for Season 3 just came back for their third season. Up until September 17th, when the last episode is premiering, I'm just going to be taking in every episode and everything in so I can have that up ready to talk about on my channel when the season is officially over. What else? I know I'm a little behind. I was supposed to then make the video once I got done talking about Season 13 for Degrassi, when I got done analyzing episodes. But you know what? Who the fuck cares? Since I just got done watching this season like months ago, I am going to make a Degrassi Season 13 analyzing video, analyzing the season, and talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. And I don't think Season 13 for Degrassi is all that bad, as we would like to say it is. It's really not that bad of a season, honestly. Is it the best season? No, but is it bad? Not really. Trying to see what else I need to talk about. We're going to talk about Total Drama All-Stars, and obviously we're going to talk about Total Drama Action 2 when I'm done watching that season. And once I'm done watching Ben 10, we're going to talk about that. So that's all there is. You know, just updates and things of that nature. But while I'm here today, and while you guys are here, I want to talk about Degrassi Next Class. And specifically from Degrassi Next Class, what I want to talk about. I want to talk about characters Shay, Lola, Tani. I want to talk about this fuckery of a love triangle and why I really can't stand Shay. So boom. I'm on TikTok, scrolling, doing what I do, and you know, I see this video that this girl made of Shay's character. And I'm reading the comments, and you know, I left the comments saying things like, you know, there's a lot of issues that come with Degrassi Next Class. And you know, I already made like God knows how many videos discussing the issues that Degrassi has as far as I'm concerned. I definitely said I feel like they could have done more with Shay's character. I definitely feel like she didn't really get a lot of screen time. She kind of reminds me of Liberty, like always striving to be perfect and whatnot. And I always wondered where did that feeling come from? Why does she feel like she had to be perfect or be number one at everything? Why does she constantly take everything to be competition? Why does she compare herself to other people? I really wanted to know where that came from. But you know, Degrassi being Degrassi, they didn't really do too much with their black characters. Was I expecting something different since it was Degrassi Next Class? Yes, but you know, I'm not really that surprised nor shocked. Something about Shay's character though that I really don't like is how she is jealous of her both of her best friends, and I feel like she tries to project her insecurities onto them. There was a conversation that she had with Frankie in the locker room the day when they butt heads about the whole thing about the pranking the school, getting them pranking back or whatnot, or how Frankie and the other girls pranked the other school, and Shay didn't know, and she felt like because she's the other captain, she should have been aware of it. She was mad at Frankie because she felt like Frankie doing what she was doing was going to squander her chances of being scouted and going to college by being on the team. I understand that, but to sit in your best friend's face and say that you being on a team or whatnot doesn't matter because even if you don't go through with volleyball, you're going to get through college anyway because your father's rich. Your dad's the mayor, you have shit ton of money, you have no idea how hard it is. I feel like Frankie definitely has shitty friends. I don't think Shay or Lola were good friends to Frankie. To be honest, was Shay and Lola Frankie's friends for real? I feel like Frankie was their friend, but was Shay and Lola really her friends? And think about that for a minute. They did stand up for her when Zoe wanted her to send Degrassi nudes. They did stand up for her when Zoe thought it was Frankie who was blackmailing them. They all fought behind Zoe and just went along with this idea of thinking that, yeah, Frankie would blackmail them after she got kicked off the team. Even though, in the end, they did make Zoe the blackmailer. She really wasn't at first. It was Winston. But what I want to know, which is something they never really said when it comes to the whole Degrassi news storyline, how did Winston know all that stuff if Frankie never told him that they were sending nudes? She never told Winston what they were doing. As far as I'm concerned, when everything came out about, Frankie sending one nude, when her dad found out, that's when Winston found out. So, I wanted to know where he was getting all that extra information from. How did he know that the Harvard team was sending nudes? Always something I always kind of wondered. But, the Degrassi season 13 season sucked so bad, there ain't even nothing you could do. You could go back and watch that season 1,000 times and go back and try to see how the fuck he found out. You won't, because the Degrassi 13 season was just everywhere. So, that's besides the point, but it's a good point to make. But as far as I'm concerned, like I just said, was Shay and Lola really Frankie friends for real? Like I said, they stood by Zoe, even though Zoe was a bitch to Frankie. Tried to force her to send nudes. She didn't do it. They stood by Zoe still, even after Zoe thought it was Frankie and it wasn't, and they all sat there and allowed her to really back to go to fucking school assembly and really out Frankie for being a black man when they all know it ain't true. Frankie sent a nude once, but it's the fact that they actually sat here and was about to allow Zoe to do this shit to their best friend, right? No. If they had loyalty, if they was really Frankie's friend, the day Frankie quit, they should have done the same thing too. If my friend says she don't feel right about this, or it's making her feel some type of way, I gotta go with my friend the next day. I don't even know these bitches on the squad for real. I joined Power Trip because of my friend, something me and her could do together. And yet, if she says she don't feel right about this, why the fuck would I go along with it and let her get disrespected? That makes no sense. I'm not a real friend. Fuck out of here. If it was my sister, and me and my sister was on Power Trip together, and my sister said she don't feel right about sending naked pictures, and I say I don't either. No, if my sister brings it to me and say such and such, and Zoe disrespect her, why the fuck would I send them a team and let my sister walk out alone? That's my sister. I don't know these bitches. I don't have no loyalty to these bitches. So, for Shay and Lola to automatically just have loyalty to Zoe when they've been friends with Frankie for so long, that's questionable. And then Lola, she kissed Winston, and it took her so long to say something. I understand. She shouldn't have been the one to tell Frankie, since Winston was Frankie's boyfriend. But at the end of the day, she still kissed Winston, and she kept the shit a secret. If she felt so bad about it, she would have told Frankie the same day the shit happened. I don't give a fuck. Lola and Shay weren't really Frankie friends. They were horrible fucking friends to Frankie. Frankie were good friends to them. Frankie was always going on her necks for them, all types of shit. The only time Frankie was ignorant to me was when she didn't understand racism. And to me, that's what it's because it's like, what the fuck? They've been in high school for so long, they did not learn about race and Jim Crow rules when it was in fucking middle school. It's like, how does Frankie not know that drawing a monkey and interpreting it as a black person isn't offensive? That in of itself didn't make sense. That is why the whole racist storyline season 2 sucks so bad, because it's like they was trying to fuck with our intelligence. I feel like they was trying to make Frankie stupid. Like, I don't think Frankie was racist. I think she just had she was prejudiced. Like, I think she felt like all black people act a certain way, like a stigma. People think if a black person is a thug, then we all thugs. If this girl ghetto, then we all ghetto. She ratchet, then we all ratchet. That's a stigma. It's just prejudice. You think that we all act the same way. I think that's what it was for Frankie. I think she didn't really know how to apologize about it, because to her, she really like she didn't do anything wrong. And I feel like, you know, with Frankie, if they wrote their school, if they drew the fucking team as zoo animals because they called themselves a zoo, then it's like, of course, I can't really get mad at her for drawing monkey, because to her, she's just going with the idea of zoo animals. But there's something deeper behind it. I don't know, just the whole racist storyline season 2 was just really bad, because like I said, they try to fuck with your intelligence. They try to make it seem like, oh, we're stupid. And it's like, Frankie can't be this dumb. Like, she know what racism is, right? Like, huh? Anyway, I'm getting off topic. This is about Shay, right? So, boom, like I was saying, what was I saying? Laura didn't even try to defend her. When Shay kicked her off the team because she said that she's straight up racist, Laura didn't even try to defend her. And then my thing is, that always pisses me off is that why was Frankie the only one getting heat for doing the prank on the other school? Lola did it. The other girl did it. They all did it. So why was Frankie the only one getting heat for it? Because she drew the picture, she get heat? No. Whoever did it was in on the prank. They all should have got suspended. Why the fuck was it just Frankie? Like I said, Shay, I never liked her because she always gave jealousy. Like, you're going to sit here and tell your friend that, oh, being on a volleyball team doesn't, you don't really need to be on a volleyball team to get scouted because you're rich, so you're going to get to college anyway. You ever thought about what if Frankie doesn't want to go to college? Like, what makes you just because I'm rich, I have no problem. Just because I'm rich, I have it all. Like, the Hollingsworth family was far from fucking perfect, okay? That family from head to toe was filled with fucking issues. Like, all them kids was dealing with something. I think Frankie had daddy issues. I think Frankie had abandonment issues. I think she dealt with a lot. Miles too, Hunter too. They father with a root to all of their issues and their relationships and their friendships. Their father not being around is the reason why they were not able to maintain friendships and relationships. I think Frankie definitely had daddy issues because I think whenever she felt like Jonah was leaving her or she felt like she was losing him, it made her go crazy because her father, like, you know, like her father isn't around, so she couldn't feel like it was always something that she did. Even if it was something that Jonah did, she was always apologizing and giving him a gift for acting crazy. You feel me? Like, I can't really explain it, but Shay always gave off jealousy to friends, especially towards Frankie, especially towards Lola. And with Lola, I feel like she always pushed Shay down for, I guess, not having more of female body. I don't even know what that means, but like she will always say Shay look like a little boy because the way her body is built. Like, I can't really explain it. Like, Lola definitely gave off she self-conceited, like she was just all that in a bag of chips. Like, that's definitely the vibe she was giving. So I feel like when she told Shay she liked a boy, I feel like she kind of hit on Shay's insecurities because that made Shay feel like she needed to make a fake butt just to get Honey's attention. But she slut-shamed Lola. Like, and that's the topic we want to get to. So Shay definitely gave off Joe's best friend. Like I said, I feel like she tried to project all her insecurities onto Lola and Frankie. So the big thing I want to get to is this fuckery love triangle with Shay, Lola, and Tiny. First of all, I don't give a fuck about Shay. I don't give a fuck about Tiny. I don't give a fuck about Lola's characters. Them characters did nothing for me in the show. Tiny was a character would have loved to see more from, considering his storyline in season 14 was Zig, but he just ended up being Zig's wingman and being Shay's boyfriend. Lola was someone who really didn't do shit for me until her storyline with Miles, and she went back to being irrelevant. Shay was just a black character on the cast. She was friends with two white girls. Like, her character never really did shit for me. So, if you do a love triangle with three characters who are not that interesting, why am I supposed to care about them? I didn't care about Shay. I didn't care about Tony. I didn't care about Lola. Like, I didn't care for them, and it's like, why am I supposed to? First of all, I didn't see this as a love triangle. I felt like I always get on Lola ass for saying, oh, but she knew how Shay felt. She still went after Tiny. My thing is, Lola asked permission. And after that, I really think she had to. And the reason why I say she didn't is because Shay and Tiny never dated. And after that, Tiny isn't anyone's property. If Lola wanted to date him, she could have. But it's the fact that she said that she kept how she felt private because she knew that Shay liked him too. But Tiny asked Shay out on a date. She didn't give an answer. She told her parents that this boy in her chemistry class asked her out. They asked her a whole bunch of questions. She didn't want Tiny to meet her family. So the next day she turned him down and said that she can't have any distractions, so she can't date him. She rejected Tiny, and I literally put that comment on Twitter. The girl said she didn't reject. I said, yes, she did. Go back and watch the episode. She told Tiny she don't need any distractions right now. She definitely rejected him, saying that nothing between me and you could ever happen. Lola ended up calling her that night, asking her that Tiny asked me to a movie, but I've liked him for a long time, and she was basically asking Shay for permission, saying, is it okay? And Shay said, how come you never told me? She said, because you liked him, and I didn't want it to be known that I liked him. Shay told Lola it was okay to go and get Tiny. My thing is, everybody shit on Lola for saying, oh, she still did Tiny even though she knew that Shay liked him. My thing is, when Lola asked her was it okay, Shay didn't have to say it. She could have said no. It is not her fault that, it's not Lola's fault that she's a fucking people pleaser. It's not Lola's fault that she's a fucking doormat and that she's so goddamn passive. If she felt like she had something on her motherfucking chest, she should have told Lola, like, damn, I like him though. So why do you think it would be okay for me to see you and him constantly hug and kiss him when you know I like him too? And even after that, Shay had like no effect at all to the relationship with Lola and Tiny. Like, if you're gonna do a love triangle, should you make her feel some type of way? Like, she just acted completely normal. So it's like, how much does she really like Tiny if she acted normal as if she never liked him at all? Like, you see me? Like, I just don't get why Lola gets so much shit. How come nobody ever talk about how literally after Shay said no, Tiny couldn't wait to go after one of her best fucking friends? He knew that her and Lola were fucking friends. So why couldn't they have done a storyline where he knew that going after Lola, it would hurt Shay because she rejected him? That would have been so much better than him just going after Lola. Because in the day, why did I ever give him shit? He knew Lola and Shay were best friends, yet he went after Lola right after he just asked Shay and she turned him down. Like, what kind of shit is that? It's giving you a fuck nigga, for real. So, I'm just confused. Like, why is everybody giving Lola so much shit? She's allowed to date where she want to date. Like I said, the fact that he even asked Shay permission, I'm not going to get on her ass about that. I understand the whole girl code or whatever. But like I said, nobody owns anyone. The fuck? At the day, people are going to like who they like and never date who they want to date. Regardless if you like them, had a crush on them, or fuck them, whatever the case may be, people are going to like what they're going to like. Everyone's fucking human. You feel me? So my thing is, why is Lola getting so much hate? Like I said, I never really liked Shay. I don't like her. I feel like she's a prude. She's really over dramatic. She's so extra. Like I said, she always gave justice when it came to Frankie and Lola. She constantly projected her insecurities onto them. Like she slut shamed Lola, basically saying, "Oh, she'll give you what I want." Like, why the fuck was she reacting like that when Tiny wanted to have sex with her? Like, why are you reacting that way? Talk about, oh, you want sex, I thought she was different. What? That's a normal human thing. I'm fucking human. Of course I'm going to want sex. Who the fuck does it? And if you say you don't, you're a lying ass person, because everybody in this world is going to want to have sex. Like, you feel me? Like, it's really something that you're curious about. When you're in a relationship, of course you have the thought of making love to your partner. That's a normal human reaction. At the end of the day, for her to just think, oh, because he's this smart student or this smart guy man in chemistry class, that means he doesn't think about sex. What the fuck? That just shows how naive her mind is. She's so naive. She's such a prude. Like, why couldn't she just tell Tiny that the idea of sex just scares her, because what if that's all he ever wanted? Like he said, but you only won when I'm the perfect science student. Don't try to tell me what I'm not. Don't try to tell me who the fuck I am. Like, to sit here and slut shame your best friend by saying, oh yeah, she had sex with Tiny and that's why he touches. Like, girl, get the fuck over yourself. Like, Shay was so insecure, and I feel like she definitely tried to throw shade at Frankie and Lola. It's like she tried to project her insecurities onto them. Like, she judged Frankie for wanting to have sex with Jonah. Excuse me. She's talking about, oh, you shouldn't have sex with Jonah just because he expects it. That's not where it's coming from. Me and him have been dating for a while, and I just have this feeling of want to have sex with him. In a relationship, it's not like he's a random ass person. Like she said, he never pressured me ever, and I just, want to do it. And she talked about, she said something. This like, girl, why are you talking? Like, please shut the fuck up. Like, I wish somebody would just tell her that. Just shut the fuck up. No one is asking the prude about sex. Like, girl, you can't even stand being alone with your boyfriend for 15 minutes and you want to go somebody ask about having sex. Like, girl, if you don't go somewhere. So I really don't like Shay. If they would have gave her some proper character development, maybe I would have grew to like her. But to me, she just, she was just a black girl because of her two white friends. Honestly. And constantly throwing her insecurities onto them. Like, I mean, I get what she was trying to say. Like, I do think guys are attracted to females who are easy. I don't think guys today like females who don't put out. They don't like females who have respect for themselves, even though they say that's what they like and that's what they want. They don't want to be with a female who will want them to wait a few months to have sex. They don't want to build an emotional connection to where the physical connection could just come naturally and easily. No, they want you to put out. If y'all talking, they want you to put out automatically as y'all start dating. It's like, damn, what about getting to know each other? What about building something? Like, automatically your mind goes to, oh, we together now, so I'm expected sex. Like, niggas today do like girls who are easy. They do. Look at Craig in Degrassi. He went after Manny, she was easy. Look at Spinner. He went after Manny, she was easy. Because she didn't have any morals or principles. If Emma was easy, I'm pretty sure every guy would be with Emma. But Emma only dated two niggas in the Degrassi universe. I know she dated other niggas in college, but I'm talking about specifically at high school. She only dated Peter and Sean. That's it. That's it. If she was easy, every nigga would be with her like everybody wanted to be with Manny. Manny was easy, and I think that's what guys like. Guys like females who are easy. They don't like females who don't have respect for themselves and morals. They don't. as much as they would say they do, there might be some out here who do, but the ones who preach all that, oh, I like a female like this, and them the ones who expect a female to put out automatically and don't want to do anything that should make it come naturally. I feel like when you're with someone or you're talking, that physical attraction or physical connection should come naturally. You shouldn't have to force it, in my opinion. If you have to force it and that person is not physically attracted to you, fucking accept it. But if that physical attraction is there, everything's going to come naturally as far as kissing, the horniness, and having sex, all that. All of it's going to come naturally because it's there. You shouldn't have to force anything if it's there, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. So, yeah, like, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't agree with Shay. I definitely agree that guys like girls who are easy. But Esme was easy. So, I'm about to finish eating my cake, and I'm going to holler at y'all in my next video tomorrow. My next 2 videos tomorrow will be me talk about Teen Titans. I told you I'm on a world tour. I can't wait to talk about them. I'm going to catch y'all in my next video. Good night. I'm going to eat my cake, take my little ass to bed. I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow.